So these are my cushions. I don't usually sleep with them. They're usually on a chair. But they're so cute. I'm taking them with me to the country. I hope that they don't get destroyed. But they're quite old too, so it doesn't really matter if they did. But they're about 5 years old, I guess. I only started using them 3 years ago. They've been supporting me when I'm on this chair. They're so pretty. I love all the sequins and sparkly bits. Look at the cushion. I got them on my bed right now. It's pretty awesome. We're supposed to be getting some dogs sometime. I don't know when. But as soon as we do, I have to make sure that they don't start nipping at the cushions. Dogs are very nippy creatures. I just hope that we manage to tame them and have a more positive experience with them than some previous years. But I know that I'm going to get dumped with the one which is harder to train. I'm going to be dumped with the bigger one, I think. Because my parent loves little dogs. They're like, oh, I'm going to carry this little dog everywhere. And they're so in love with it, but they don't like the bigger one. And I don't know why they get two when they only want one. They like the idea of two, and then they're like, I don't like that dog, it's a little wild. So I think that they're gonna either dump the bigger dog with either a relative or me. I'm perfectly happy looking after pets. I mean, I don't have any myself. And I'm quite good with them in a way. I mean, I try my best. I mean, I'm not the best with dogs, but I do know how to train them a little bit because my my parent, they think dogs are automatically the best things in the world. When they're born with manners, they have manners. I don't think that you need to train them. So the first thing I do is train them, and then they're like, and they're like, oh, I don't know about this dog, it's really quite untrainable and stuff. And it's like, it's not untrainable, you just have to bother, because they just want it to be already trained. When they get a dog, they're often not trained, and they don't know and they couldn't be bothered teaching it commands. So I teach it commands, and then they start using them after I've taught them. It's the usual sort of way. So if I'm living with them long enough to be able to train their pets for them, I will. But but if I am, and they're like, I find them overwhelmed with incapability to look after any of them, I'll be like, oh, I can do it. It's okay. But I can't wait. I can't wait to have them have a pet because I don't know. I think that would give me something to do. But they're also cute. They're very cute. I prefer cats. I'm not necessarily a big dog person, but I have done the dog thing before, and I could easily do the dog thing again. I don't like the responsibilities of a dog. You have to look after them more. You have to brush them more. You have to just do more for them. You're supposed to brush the teeth, and stuff, and the picking up the dog stools every day whenever they're going to the bathroom is like the biggest thing. And you're like going, I couldn't be bothered, but then you're like, when you have a pet, you get into the parent mood, and you're like, and you just do it. I mean, it's quick and easy. I mean, picking up a stool, it only takes a few seconds, and stuff, and you wash your hands and whatnot, so it's not a big deal. But I like to be able to, I don't know. I like dogs when they're being more friendly. Sometimes it's a bit of a challenge, but we'll just see how long I'm living in this country area for. Um, I'm not really sure. I haven't heard back from any real estate. I did do an application last week. Um, I might do an application next week, depending. I have to review probably 3 times a week the listings, and if any really pop out, like it's quite cheap or something, I might review it, apply, and then they're like, oh, when are you going to expect it? And like, anytime. Or some places have as is. You just accept it as is. I know there's a townhouse on the board that is accepting as is, but I think it's a NHIS, and I probably going to be earning too much money to have that one in particular. But it's available in a few months. But I was considering. I was thinking to myself, I really could use a pool, so I was considering the option of renting something with a pool, which is expensive, but it's just so that I can get a swim for a little while until I'm got a better level of fitness, I guess. But people are probably gonna bully you out of that pool anyways, so I'd probably go for the cheaper price. And I'm like thinking, if only the cheapest rental in the world where I've rented before is available, I'd be like so much easier for me to move. But anyway, I'm moving to the country in a couple of days. We're eating junk food every day. It's like takeaway every day. Um, I don't eat takeaway every day, but I'm getting used to it. I don't know what we're having for dinner tonight. Either gas station food or takeaway, like from McDonald's or KFC or whatever else there is. Yesterday we had Nando's. What did we have the day before? Pizza. So tonight we need to find whatever's open. It's Easter, so in a public holiday, so not many things are open all the time during Easter, and we're just going, oh, what are we gonna do? And I said, well, if nothing is open, I think gas stations are always open because they're always got business going on. So if you're let down by everything, you may as well go to a gas station because they've got pretty good food. I like the sandwiches, I like the pasties, we've got frozen food meals and stuff. So I already went there today to get a few things I hadn't bought. So we could be having that for dinner, but I'm not sure. I can't wait to see what we eat when we get out to the country. They have a bakery, they have probably a gas station. I know there's pizza on the way. There's like a Domino's and a Subway on the way. I don't know what we're gonna eat, but it's gonna be something. I can't wait to see though. The thing that I'm excited about is just to see like what kind of creatures there are during the day, during the evening. I didn't buy my packet of seeds like I was going to. I was going to buy a packet of seeds just to be able to encourage little birds and other things. I might have time to Sunday or Monday or Saturday or something. Might get to buy a few things like seeds. But I like to investigate like animals. So you get like wallabies, sometimes kangaroos, sometimes koalas, sometimes possums. Sometimes there are snakes, but snakes are usually in the trees. They're not usually on the ground. My parent thinks that it's either wombat or wallaby droppings around the house. So exciting to see what is making those droppings and things. So I get a little bit excited about seeing things for the first time. Um, but and if you're lucky, I might even get some footage of a cyclone or some weird, volcanic eruption or something. Because I know there's an active volcano nearby. Might see a magma flow. Might be needing to drive away from a magna flow. Once before, when we've lived in exactly the same area, because we lived there like a couple of times, there was a huge magma flow, and it flowed all over, and I had the initiative to bring the hose up to the top of the roof, and I was hosing the magma down, to slow it down so it wouldn't burn things, and it did catch things on fire and things, but we ended up escaping it. And I think we climbed a tree, and then it stopped flowing or something. I don't know, it was ages ago. So, but the thing that is, like I said, the thing that's most disruptive is the cyclone. So it should be so much fun spending 1 to 2 weeks in the country. I don't know how long I'll be there actually. If I get an approval from real estate from my one application that I've submitted, and I'll probably do others too, but if I get any sort of feedback from the real estate, I'll be like, yay, I'm going back to the real world, and I don't have to worry about things like storms and things. leave my parent to her loony land. No, no, she loves it there. She likes the country a lot. Yeah, I would not talk about it too much, but she just wants her dog and go on lots of journeys. So it's cool for her, but for me, I like a little bit more safety. I don't necessarily like the wild stuff, even though I'm pretty good at. I'm probably better than she is at thinking of what to do in case of an emergency. Saying that, I don't know. Teamwork is always the best. I'm the person who wants an animal crate just so that I can pick up the chickens and any other pets and try and keep them safe. And the other person, they just scream and muck around, run around crying, and they leave all the animals except for their most beloved pets, and and they go into hysterics instead of thinking more practical, like, oh, what do I have to do to keep, and so leave them on the farm, and the chickens will, probably expire as soon as something breaks out, and then they don't think of everything. So, and they're not always good with their dogs. They love dogs, but they're not always good with them. So I like to help them, but you can't rely on me all the time. I have my threshold too. I don't really want to meet all this stuff. It's like, it's not just dangerous. I mean, you can probably be seriously harmed in some way, but trees fall down. But I haven't so far, but I don't want to. That's why I'm not that keen on the country. I like complain, and then when I'm there, I like try and be, try and put up with it best I can, but I don't feel like I want to be there. And so I'm a complainer. I'm like going, it's gonna storm, they're like, no, it's not gonna storm, it's gonna be fine. It's like, no, it's gonna storm. Then you shove it in their face, like, see, I told you it was gonna storm, and all the windows are gonna burst. And it's like, and they're like, oh man, this story. It's typical. But yeah, I don't know. I'll see how we go.